Alright, this is going to be a quick guide for the new stuff in Nyakuza Metro, as I think what's on the guide now doesn't cover any of the new things. Of course, you're going to want to get down here from Mafia Town and unlock it first, but that's pretty easy to do. So you're going to start by dive boosting into the vacuum. This part is pretty normal. There's actually a newer strat for this level, but I don't like it. It can save some time, but I always get bad cycles with it, so this is basically the normal route for main station. The new route involves boot clipping on one of the first railings on the first train and going out of bounds to get here. But I almost always get a bad cycle on this train, so I end up waiting, and it doesn't end up saving me any time and is harder and easier to fail. So you're going to just hit this guy and then grab the timepiece and move on. Mash through text as usual. And then we're going to do a new strat for yellow Manhole. We're actually doing Manhole first. You're going to come over here. If you make it onto the train, it's slightly faster. Obviously I didn't. You're going to jump over here and boot clip on this railing to go through this wall. Get over here, jump across, and then use the slope to slide all the way down here with good speed. And then on this volume or whatever, you're going to boot clip through here, and then you actually land right at the yellow station timepiece. Considerably faster and actually quite a bit easier, I think, than the normal way. And then you're going to return to hub, because what we're going to do is, now that we have the yellow Manhole timepiece, we can actually use that spawn point to access two other timepieces really quickly. Even watching all of this stuff, it ends up being faster, as long as you don't screw anything up. And honestly, most of it's really easy. So the first thing you're going to do is just jump backwards slightly, turn the camera and jump up here, climb the train, climb the other train, and now you're practically at Yellow Station. So it's just a lot easier to get here. Obviously you don't want to get hit by that sign back there. But yeah, Yellow Station was already fast, and this made it a lot faster. And so once again, you want to return to hub as soon as possible. Keep in mind, if you pause on the first frame that you're able to pause, the menu's a bit laggy. So I end up actually waiting a little bit longer than I should, just so it's not as laggy. And then you're going to enter into Manhole again and go to the same place. Because back up at the Yellow Station timepiece, there's actually a volume that we can hit that, for whatever reason, will take us directly to the Pink Paw station area. So we're going to use that to our advantage so that we don't have to go the long way around. And this is kind of an older way of doing it. There's a bit of a faster way that I'll show at the end of the video, but this way is really consistent for me, so I prefer it. You're just going to jump over here, hookshot across, and grab the timepiece. You don't want to return to hub after this one, because we actually want to spawn at the jewelry store for the last timepiece we're going to grab in this. Mash through the text. Ignore the timer change, I had to retry a few times. You're going to jump in the mud, hit the vacuum, hit this blue vacuum, and then you're going to jump over here, climb up, jump into the vacuum, get as much of a wall climb as you can, get over here, and then fall down, and for whatever reason it respawns you up here. Hopefully you get a better cycle on that train than I do, because that one was kind of bad. And then you just jump to the timepiece. So once again, that ends up being a bit faster. And then of course, as soon as you can after green clean, you want to return to hub and start the mustache curl sequence. And as for the alternate way of doing Pink Paw, here you go. You're just going to jump up here. Hopefully not have to retry your SDJ to jump over to this vacuum, bounce up, and then just jump up here. If you don't have to retry the jump, it ends up saving a couple seconds. Your cycles might end up being bad like mine though. And there you go. And then you would just continue on to green clean like normal.